The fox and the wolf, the three little bears. What great big eyes you have, Granny, Granny, Grandma, in any which way you want to put it, from your birth to your parents. Now your parents get split, okay? Your parents get split. Those are your parents. Let me show you the. Everything is so simple. We have me, we have mom, and we have dad. We have Bub and Zaid, and we have Bub and Zaid. Now, Bub and Zaid had a Bub and a Zaid, a Zed, let's say Zed. Bub was for the Bubby and the Zed was for the grandfather. So if we say Z, maybe we're thinking about grandfather. Grandfather Z. And Bub B, what we think of 22? Well, let's just go Bub and we go Bub and Bub Z. Let me do this a little bit easier. And then we go Great Z and Great B, 2 and 26. 2 and 26. And then we go Great B. Well, we should have put it out here. Great B. And Great Z. So from me, 1, to my mother and my father, okay, to my grandmother and grandfather from each side, 4, 5, 6, 7. To my great grandmother and great grandfather of each side, 8 and 9, 10 and 11. Now, each one of these, right, will get 2 more and 2 more and 2 more and 2 more. Bubby and Zadie has a mother and a father. Bubby and Zadie has a mother and a father and a mother and a father. So this 8, 9 will become 11, 13, 15, 17. And that's when we're going to end the deal. Now, how many levels did I go? I went from me to mom, or let's say me to mom and dad, to great, and then to the great. So we went 1, 2, 3 to the 4th level. I am the gold. To my parents be the silver. To my great-grandparents be the bronze. To the great to be the runner-up. Runner-up. Now we can revert it the other way. We can say great was first, and then they were second, and they were third, and now I am runner-up. I am to take over from the great. I will be the last of the first of the greats after the great. You follow what I'm saying? More or less the some kind of grandfather effect. So that's this equation. So how many were there all together? Well, there's 1 here, and there's 4 here. Sorry, there's 1 here. I'm me, and then it is my parents of 2. Now, they're parents of each side, so they'll have 2 and they'll have 2. My mom will have 2 parents, and my dad will, so that's 4. Now, each one of these 4 will have 2. That's 8 and 8, that's 16. 20, 22. Does that give me 23? There's great. There's going to be 2 extra. Let me see. So no, hold on a second. Let me see if I got it right. So now we're going to continue with this. First there is me, my parents. Each of my parents had a mother and a father, made them my grandfather and grandmother. There were 4. Then there was the great-grandmother and great-grandfather. There were great-grandfathers and great-grandmothers. There was, for my mother, there was a mother and a father. For my father, there was a mother and a father, and so on. So this would go to 1, 2, all the way to 15, and this is where Mars comes in. Then my kids and my wife would create number 16. My child would be 17, shared onto my wife. My child would get married, number 18, REICHE, 35 total. The child of marriage, spot on the roulette wheel. They have a child, number 19, I become the grandfather. That child gets married, is 20, and has a child, is 21. So for me to become a great-grandfather, the 19 and the marry and the child. Besides the other extension, okay, this 19 and the birth of the 20 marry gives me a blackjack and makes me a great-grandfather. And I was a grandfather at 19. They get married, they have a child, 21. Up and down, grandfather to great-grandfather. Now, I can go further, but I started with the great-great-grandfather, Raphael 7286, and that's the equation. Thank you for watching.